All right. Happy Monday. It's that week. That week between Christmas and New Year's. I have a special co-star here. This is Coco. Coco's one of my puppies. Welcome to Q&A Monday Live. I'm Julie with Balance Life with Julie. I'm a regenerative health practitioner, a holistic nutritionist. I'm passionate about health. And if you don't know what regenerative health is all about, it really is about addressing the root causes of chronic illness. All right. So we are less than 48 hours away from a brand spanking new year, 2025. And so I wanted to really focus today's Q&A session on what does it actually take to create health and well-being? What does that look like? And how do you get started? Okay. So I think probably one of the most important things when it comes to transforming your life, your health, any aspect of your life is having accountability, right? This is part of the reason why so many people embark on transformation journeys and they don't get to where they want to go. It's because they're not willing to be accountable. And this is where it is really, really important to either align yourself with a community, a group, or work with somebody so you have mentorship and guidance. Hang on, I'm going to put Coco down so I can focus. When I think back to my own journey in health, in life, in business, I've always had external accountability, external to myself, and people who have done what it is that I'm trying to do, who have the knowledge to help me get to where I want to go. Basically, when you have accountability, mentorship, and coaching, you are actually fast tracking your path to success. That's essentially what you're doing. Because if you try to figure stuff out on your own, you can spend a long time doing trial and error and not getting to where you want to go. And this is part of the reason why I'm such a big believer. Sorry, I had to move one of my lights. I am such a big believer in making sure that you have some kind of accountability. Now, what does that accountability look like? In this day and age where we are so connected to people all over the world, accountability can look like something as simple as being a part of a Facebook group or community where everybody is like working on themselves, working on a health transformation or a life transformation, and holding each other up and holding each other accountable. So for example, for myself, there's a group of us. I think there's like 5 of us in my little tribe. And on January 1st, we're all embarking on a 40-day transformation. That is going to involve diet. It's going to involve exercise. It's going to involve mindset. And quite a few of us, we've already started on the journey. We've already started doing the work because we know what's coming. So what's the point in putting it off, right? This is the thing that most people do, is they're always waiting for the perfect time. Oh, like when this happens, I will do this. When this date comes, I'm going to finally get my shit together. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my hair. My hair is doing some crazy Monday stuff, like this. I don't know. Okay, let's try and control the hair. Okay, so they're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting to be not busy. They're waiting for some magical thing to happen in their life before they get started. And they're always waiting. There are literally people there are some people that I see watching my stories on Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok, and some of the other places that I am on social media. And I know for a fact they've been waiting to get started on their health journey and they still haven't done anything. And it's been 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They're always waiting for the perfect time. They never do anything, right? And you just have to decide. The most important thing, number one, have accountability, because each of us being accountable to ourselves, we might be really great in many things, but most people are terrible at keeping their promise to themselves. They let themselves down on a regular basis. And this is why it's so important to have external accountability. And that external accountability can be a group. It can be a group online. It can be a group in person. It can be a coach. It can be a mentor. It has to be something external to you, because that is the only way you're going to be able to follow through. Because if you make a promise to yourself that you're going to do whatever the thing is, you're probably going to be waiting on yourself a long time. So that's the first thing. Have some kind of accountability. The second thing is just decide. Just decide that you're done with your story, your excuse, your whatever it is. Just decide that you're done, right? That, okay, I'm going to get healthy, and this year is the year. And then figure out who it is that you need to work with, because chances are, if you had the knowledge and the ability to do the thing, you would already be doing it, right? It's as simple as that. You would already be doing it, unless you're just not that great at executing, right? In which case, if you have the knowledge but you're not executing, then you need external accountability, right? That's when we have to know, like, okay, I'm really bad at this thing. I have the knowledge, I'm not executing. Okay, let me get a coach. Let me work with a group. Let me have a mentor. Let me have somebody external to myself so that I can actually do the thing that I say that I want to do. The third thing is just be honest, right? Be honest. Like, sometimes we say we want to do certain things and we just really don't want to. We really don't want to. So be honest with yourself and go, is this a priority? Is this something that I really want? Or is this just something that I say I want because it sounds good and that's not really what I want? Be honest. Like, there's nothing wrong with not wanting certain things. You know, it's not for everybody. Like, I know for a fact, not everybody wants to be healthy, because if they did, they would. Right? Not everybody wants to be healthy. Not everybody is willing to do the things that are necessary to get healthy. But for the people that are willing to do the things, hang on, I need to like turn off my notifications on my phone because my phone's buzzing like crazy. But yeah, so not everybody is willing to do the things. Right. And this goes not just for health, it just goes for anything, right? In terms of creating good relationships, healthy, thriving relationships, we have to do certain things. In order to create a thriving business, we have to do certain things. And not everything is always, fun and roses. Like some things do require work, right? Anybody who has been in a successful marriage will tell you that a successful marriage is work. A successful relationship is work. Anyone who has a successful business will tell you, yes, having your own business is a lot of fun, but sometimes it's work. And that's okay, right? You just get to choose your heart. You get to choose how you want to show up. And even anyone who is healthy will tell you, yes, do they always want to get up out of bed to do the workout and eat the healthy food and do the things? No, not always. But they do it because they love themselves enough to do the things that are required, right? I will say this on the side of health, since this is my wheelhouse and what I'm so passionate about, I actually think it's really healthy. It's actually really easy to be healthy once you know what it is required of you to do, right? And a lot of people think I'm weird, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind if people think I'm weird, but I'll share this. I'll share this. I went to go to a coach of mine this morning that I work with, and I went to her house to go pick up something. And I brought my morning superfood shake, right? I hadn't actually blended it together yet. And I thought, you know what? I'm going over to her house. Let me just bring this with me and she can try it. So I gave her my superfood shake to try. And she's like, "Oh my God, that tastes really good. I've always seen you have this, like I've seen you on your videos online. I was having visions of like what celery juice tastes like, and I really don't like celery juice." And I told her, I said, "All the things that I have that you see me consume, what, because a lot of people see my stuff on social media. So if you see me making a shake, or you see me making a salad, or you see me making anything, everything that I put in my body tastes absolutely delicious." Because as soon as she had the green shake, she was like, "Oh my God, this tastes so good." I'm like, she's like, "What did you put in it?" And I gave her a list of all the superfoods that I put in. And I told her, I said, there's nothing that I put in my body that doesn't taste good, because I don't believe that to be healthy, I don't believe that to be healthy, you have to eat stuff that doesn't taste good or drink things that don't taste good. In fact, it should taste absolutely delicious so you want to have it. And that's why everything that I create, all the recipes that I create, everything is, it always tastes good, right? And that way you're more inspired to do the thing. Like in the morning, I wake up, I want my green shake. I want my green shake because it tastes absolutely amazing. And I know not only does it taste amazing, but it's going to nourish my body at the cellular level. I do certain things because I enjoy doing them, right? Like, you know, and that's not to say that everybody wants to do the same stuff in terms of like physical activity, but there are certain physical activities that I do that maybe in the moment it doesn't always feel good because I'm coming up against some physical resistance in my body, like say a certain yoga pose or lifting a heavier weight or something like that. But I know that I always feel great right afterwards, right? And so therefore I'm inspired to take the action because I know not only is it good for me, but I'm going to feel better in my physical body. And so to me, it just really comes down to like, if your desire is to create health and vitality in your body, and you know that you don't know how to really nourish yourself, you don't know how to properly hydrate yourself, and you know it's not in your wheelhouse to know what kind of physical activity to do, then you have to really take a moment and go, okay, who do I know, or who is out there that is doing these things that I can learn from? Because if I learn from that person, then I can do those things and I can improve myself, right? And this is how I am with absolutely everything, whether it's my health or my business. I've learned everything from someone else. If I had tried to just figure it all out on my own, maybe I would be still struggling with the thing. And that's why, even on my own health and wellness journey, I've been on this journey now for a long time, but especially in the last 5 years, I've really fast tracked it because I've managed to work with certain people strategically and bring in the tools, all of the things that are necessary to create health and vitality physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because we are, as I love working with the coach that I work with, because we can like geek out and have these spiritual conversations, but we just happen to be spiritual beings having this human experience. And this is the densest, being in a physical body is the most challenging experience. But for whatever reason, our soul has chosen to embark on this physical experience. But the way to really improve what's the word? To improve this experience is to take care of this physical vessel. So when you nourish your body, and when you're putting things in your body that are loaded with toxic chemicals and pesticides and are GMOs and have no living enzymes or nutrients, you feel that in your body. You feel heavy. You feel not good. You feel not vital. You're exhausted. You need coffee to wake up. You need to like jolt yourself awake multiple times a day. And as soon as you start to change how you nourish your physical vessel, as soon as you start to put in raw living foods and living enzymes, and you start to hydrate yourself properly at the cell level, I can tell you, just from having worked with people, like hundreds and hundreds of people over the last few years, every time we change how someone nourishes themselves on the cell level, without them going to therapy, without them having to do all kinds of other things, they start to feel better. They start to get less depressed. Their anxiety disappears. They have more energy. They have more vitality. They start to have these ideas of what they want to do. And that just comes from changing one thing: the way that they nourish themselves. So, sorry, I like swallowed the wrong way. That just came from one thing: how they nourish themselves. And then we start to work on the mindset piece, and we start to work on the movement piece, and we start to like bring all these different elements together, and boom, transformation. That's how transformation happens. But it always happens in the physical first, in the physical vessel first. We start to change how we nourish, how we hydrate, start to get the cells communicating, start to get the body functioning better. Once the body's functioning better, once the gut's functioning better, the mind's functioning better, it all starts to come together, right? And so if your desire is to create transformation in your life, you have to start with yourself. You have to start with your physical vessel. It's not about changing the out there. The out there changes when you change yourself. And if you listen to any spiritual teacher talk, they will always share about how transformation always starts with us. But most of the time, they're talking about like changing your thinking. But you can't change your thinking if what you're putting in your body is purely toxic, right? If you're putting GMOs and toxic chemicals and no living enzymes and nutrients into your body, and you're trying to think your way into a better life, it's not even going to happen. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's not going to happen. It's going to be an intellectual exercise. And sure, maybe there'll be moments where you'll be able to like get yourself there. But when you start to change your body on the biochemical level, you start to put living nutrients and enzymes into you. You start to bring more hydration, more light energy into your body. We are light beings. If I really think about what is a human being, we are electric, we are light, we are hydrogen, right? We are living enzymes and nutrients. So when you start to put those elements within your body, then you literally start to light up from the inside out, right? So then your thinking changes. Your thinking changes because suddenly your gut is functioning better. If your gut is functioning better, your heart is functioning better, your brain is functioning better, everything in your body is functioning better. And you literally become like this antenna that starts to magnetize certain experiences to you. And I'm sharing this as someone who has gone through this myself. I went from somebody who had hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, struggled with depression. At times I was suicidal because I was so depressed, and I went through a lot of heaviness, a lot of grief after my husband died back in 2012. And so the way that I actually transformed my life and transformed my health is just by changing my nutrition, my hydration. And as I did that, my thinking changed. As I did that, all the stuff around me changed. The quality of my relationships, my relationship with myself, everything that I have in my life today is a result of me working on myself. And that's why the thing that I work the hardest on is always myself. Always myself. Every single day I work on myself. I work on my mindset. I work on how I nourish myself, how I move my body, all of it, all day long, every day. It is the biggest practice in my life. And the more I invest in myself, the harder I work on myself, the better my life gets. That's the secret sauce. work on yourself. You want to change your life. You want to change the circumstances of your life. You want to be wealthier. You want to be more abundant. You want to have better relationships. Work on yourself. Right? So if 2025 is your year and you really, 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 like really, really want to create the best life ever, I do have a special offering. It is only available till Friday, January 3rd, which is I am offering 1 month complimentary, 30 days free in my monthly membership, Elevate. And in Elevate, I cover all of this stuff. I cover nutrition, hydration, biohacking, mindset, movement, breath work, all of it. And everything that because I never stop learning, everything that I learn, I always put into my programs. And that monthly membership is there for you to evolve into the next version of yourself. And the reason that I am offering 30 days for free is I would really, really like you to have this experience. Come into it. You get the first month of videos. You get to see what's in there in the first month, start to get started on the protocols. There's weekly live calls happening every Friday. So there's that live Q&A session with me. So if you have questions, you can come to those calls and ask me questions about what's going on with your health and how you want to transform. But I really, I was given a divine assignment to just gift this to anyone who's actually seriously interested in getting their health back on track. So you can join the membership. It's 30 days complimentary, and you can be in the live calls. You can watch the videos. You can get the meditations. You can be in the community group, all of that good stuff. But it's only available till Friday, January 3rd. So I hope that helps. And if 2025 is the year that you want to embark on the best version of you so that you can have the best life possible, then definitely go check out the membership. Thank you for being here. Please tag anybody who needs to see this video. If you have any questions, always drop them below, and I will see you on next week's live. Peace. Bye for now.